Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum and welcome to She Is Me, Rabata's 2016 educational fundraiser, where we are celebrating 15 centuries of female scholarship, contribution to community, and uplifting of the Ummah. Today we are in the 14th century, and the 14th century Hijri is the 20th century of the Common Era. We are celebrating a woman many of you probably know. We are celebrating Amina Assilmi. Amina Assilmi became a Muslim in 1977, and she was an activist, an advocate. She was a speaker. Her contributions to American Muslim life are really difficult to list because they were so many. Some of the really big ones. She worked with the National Organization of Women in order to advocate, to push for rape to be a war crime during the Bosnian War. They succeeded. Then, when the award ceremony came, they didn't want her to stand on the stage with them because of her hijab. But she insisted, they negotiated, and in the end, they all agreed that everyone could wear whatever they wanted. She also was instrumental in the campaign to get the Eid stamp. If you've ever gone to buy that Eid stamp to put on your letters, it's because Amina Assilmi made sure that we had that stamp. Someone from the postal office talks about stamps and says that they are a little portrait of American life. And so that Eid stamp is a stamp on Muslim American life. Amina Assilmi was a speaker. She spoke at ISNA. She spoke in many different places. She was a instrumental part of some of the early building of these institutions. She was also involved in early broadcast media, including Sound Vision. And her contribution to community was far and wide. All during that time, she suffered from a number of different diseases, including bone cancer. At one point, she was in a wheelchair. She recovered, alhamdulillah, and she was able to walk again. She also had a number of other struggles, including her family's difficulties, but they eventually all became Muslim. In her obituary, I want to read it to you. It says, "May Allah bless Amina Assilmi with the best place in paradise. May God forgive her shortcomings. All of us are very human when it comes to our shortcomings, but His mercy and forgiveness is above everything. May He reward her immensely for her struggles and sacrifices for Islam and Muslims. May He let those of us who are still alive learn from her example of steadfastness of faith in all circumstances and commitment to and love for God in the truest sense. And may He give America several more Muslim women leaders like her. God knows we need many, many more." I think that's a very beautiful obituary. She died in 2005, and we all miss her. We miss her greatly. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send us more leaders like her, and may she be greatly rewarded in paradise and be with those of whom she loved. Holding the poster of Amina today is Hazel Gomez, a Latina American Muslim woman. She converted from Catholicism, and she is an activist in Detroit for an organization called Dream of Detroit. It's Detroit Revival Engaging American Muslims. She was an activist when she lived in Chicago as well, working for the Inner City Muslim Network and many other projects. In Detroit, Dream is an organization that is revitalizing the neighborhood. They're buying houses, revamping them, and reselling them, and rebuilding that community in the most beautiful of ways. Hazel is also part of Spanish Rabata, where she is part of the translation team and helps to get the Rabata message out, including our Rabata Spanish Facebook page and Joy Jots, which is in the process of being translated into Spanish. She's also a student at Ribaat, where she hopes to get her anima certificate. And she is a speaker, and a popular speaker and a good speaker. And she was recently featured in a film at Muhammad Ali's funeral, where she really beautifully represented the feelings of the Muslim American Ummah at the loss of Muhammad Ali. May Allah's mercy be with him. Hazel is a strong activist, a believing Muslim woman, uplifting her community and her family, seeking Allah's pleasure, and keeping the legacy of Amina Assilmi alive. May Allah reward her, and may Allah reward all of you as you also continue to keep the legacy alive. Alhamdulillah, remember to go to support.rabata.org and contribute, support, donate to the projects of Rabata that we are using to build and empower and contribute and uplift. Thank you very much. May it be a sadaqah jariyah for you, and may Allah accept your Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum.